Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead reading for April 12th through April 18th. Goodness, these are big cards. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, including the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Baccarat Tarot. Love and support to her. Check her out and show her some love. This is intended to be an all-encompassing reading, so it takes a look at whatever shows up. It's an open reading, so if it's primarily focused on work, we go with that. If it's about romance, we go with that. Could be about both, could be about your kids, could be about your neighbor. So we take a look at that. All right, so we got the Six of Cups here. Is this thing settling down and you returning back to a place of innocence? Is this there's not a lot going on, so you're kind of nostalgic this week? What is it? Is it you being able to focus on your kids? All right, let's see. What else for Scorpio? What's going on for you for the week? What do we got? Knight of Pentacles. The Knights have been coming up a lot, which suggests changes are happening and people are adjusting to them. All right, we got Three of Cups. King of Wands. This could be Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. Could be male or female. Six of Cups. There's that Six of Cups. Six of Swords. High Priestess, that could be Pisces or Cancerian. Whoopsie. And we got Ten of Wands. All right, let me get the... So it looks like you're focused on the home front here. Is it because you're staying home and you're sequestered, or... All right. What's this Three of Cups here? We got two sixes. Oof. Just Three of Cups. Two of Cups. Okay. What's this King of Wands? What's this King of Wands for Scorpio? King of Wands. Four of Cups. All right. Six of Cups. What's this Six of Cups about? King of Wands. So we got two King of Wands here. Okay, so that could be Sagittarius. Six of Swords. What's this Six of Swords? Whoopsie. What's this Six of Swords? Why does this feel like it's about your kids or about a home situation? What's this Six of Swords? Two of Pentacles. All right, are you figuring out what to do about, because it's almost like you're in agreement. Things are good socially, things are good romantically. Romantically, things might be kind of in a holding pattern. For the Scorpios I'm reading for, you're not mad about it. Things are good. You're in a good place romantic wise. Either you've pumped the brakes on something and you're not mad about it. You're good. You might be thinking about it a lot, but you're also... Some of you might have done that to be able to focus on some issues that are coming up with your kids at home, namely like you're having to deal with some challenges with your kids or things coming up with your kids, keeping your kids busy. What are you going to do with it? There seems to be like, gosh, kids. It keeps coming up. Kids. Okay, what's this High Priestess about? Five of Swords. All right. Okay. This is Ten of Wands. So I think it's been a while since you have felt right about making some decisions. I think this is the first week it's going to finally feel like the decisions you've made have been beneficial and are going to stick. So there's some kind of return to focusing on the home base. There's been some kind of break or some kind of insight, some kind of something that has allowed you to return your focus to your home, your stability, your security, to yourself. And it could be that you've been sequestered, right? Because we're all in isolation. But there's a real opportunity here for this week for you to finally be able to focus on yourself, and you're feeling like you're really making the right decisions for yourself. For some of you, there could be some issues with your kids coming up. That's also featuring here that it could, for those of you that have kids, there's issues with that and managing the whole home front with the kids. There could be some difficulties or issues coming up. This is only a weekly reading, so it's not like it's overarching for quite a while. Just some issues with kids might be coming up, but it's, you're going to be called upon to make some decisions, and there's this actually going to be this sense of calm about those decisions that you have to make. You're going to feel right about it. You're going to feel like, I'm making the right decision. I'm making the right choices. You're going to be letting a few things go. For some of you, it's almost like your kids are moving out, honestly. It's like your kids are, and I hate to be so kid focused for those of you who don't have kids, but there's something about either your job or your kids. Your kids are either moving out, or your job has been like, hey, we need you to stay home, and you're not mad about it, and it's okay. And you're feeling like, yeah, this is the right decision because I was either going to quit anyway or I want to do things differently anyway. So this is a break we need. And it's like you're strategizing about talking with the people you work for on how to do things differently after this. For the Scorpios I'm reading for, you're not mad about your romantic situation being what it is. It feels like you're again at peace with the decision that you made about that. You're at peace with the way things are about your romantic situation. You're kind of really relying on your tribe or your friends right now. Not overly, but your focus is on home base, social. So it could be that you're keeping busy online, like, you know, you're doing a lot of stuff online socially. Could be that. But this is you really wanting to feel good about the decisions that you're needing to make, and you're keeping yourself balanced. You know in your heart of hearts, it's the decisions that you're making about your life are good decisions. You finally had some peace and clarity to think about those decisions, and you really feel like you're making the best decisions. It's the first week in a long time where you might have had time on your hands before, but it's like you finally made a turn. There's been a turn that's taken place, and you're finally feeling kind of back to yourself again for the first time in a while, about some decisions that you've made, about sticking to some decisions that you've made. I feel like work is telling you to stay home, or work is saying, you know, this is how it has to be. And you're not mad about it because you wanted to change anyway. So you're okay with that. For the Scorpios I'm reading for, you are kind of at home and you're not with your partner. So it's either your partner's in their place and you're on yours, or you two are taking a break. But you're not mad about it. You're actually, this is just the first week in a long time you've actually felt like you've made a good decision, a sound decision, and you're looking forward to what lies ahead. You're keeping busy, but you know what though, you might, for as much as you might be busy, that's more about a structured, I shouldn't say busy, social. You're keeping social. For as much as you're keeping social, it's a structured social. It's being social to kind of check that off for the day, but your heart's not in it. That's interesting. You're going through the motions socially, but when you get to have downtime, you're really at home with the downtime. You're okay with the downtime because now you're thinking about what you want, what lies ahead, what you want to do. But it's almost like you don't want anybody to know that you're thinking about things like that. Like you're kind of private about. For the Scorpios I'm reading for, you're kind of keeping your thoughts about the changes that you've made in your life private. So you're still going through the motions socially. You're still keeping up appearances or keeping up a schedule, so to speak, keeping that structure. But this week, it seems like you're really looking forward to that internal time, that downtime, because it's allowing you to kind of gel with the decisions that you've made. It's the first week that you feel like in a long time, that you feel like things are starting to look up for you, or things are starting to work out, that you can plan for the future, that you can make decisions. You feel right about the decisions you have made, and that opens you up to be able to plan for future. And this is the first week in a while that you felt like that. There's a turn here. There's a shift. Something has broken loose or solidified or something, but you feel there's like this really kind of quiet contentment here for the week, and feeling pretty solid about your decisions, like, yep, I made the right decision, or this is the right thing to do. It was time to change. It's time to let this go. It's time to plan for this. This is a good week for that. You've been waiting to feel good about your decisions for a while now. What else for, whoopsie, Scorpio? For Scorpio. Okay. Nurture your friendships. Nurture your relationships. So it says friendship. So that's what we have right here. This is you still connecting, still going through the motions, still being social. But it's a very internal, private week for you because you're going to be letting those decisions gel and the quiet contentment over those decisions kind of solidify. And you might share it with your friends in your circle in the future. But this is just kind of a reprieve because this is like the first week you might feel like you don't need your friends, or you're not relying on the emotional support of them. You're still showing up, you're still doing the things you've done, maybe on Zoom or whatever, but you're not looking to them like you did in the past. They're not a support like they were. It's in a different capacity. It's you just showing up for the sake of showing up and hanging out. You're not like, oh my gosh, you guys. You know what I mean? There's a quiet contentment here as you go through the week. And it's a week well lived because you've made a lot of decisions. They finally gelled. You're sticking to it and you feel good about it. And that makes way for you to plan for what you want to do for the future, particularly in work. There's no real romantic, on the horizon. There could be if you wanted it, but you're like, meh. But the focus seems to be on adjusting to changes in work. And actually, you're going to be the one going to whoever you work for, your company or otherwise, and suggesting some things. So the Scorpios that I'm reading for, you're going to kind of take this initiative and go, well, now that it's this way, what do you think about this? Like, you're going to be the one. For a lot of these readings, it was people waiting on what work told them or waiting on something about work. You're actually going to be taking the initiative here and making some suggestions and asking can I do this? Well, what about this? Well, so that's new. I haven't seen that yet, so awesome. So, okay. So there it is. All right. What else here? What else for Scorpio? What else for Scorpio? Ace of Wands. There's those changes. There's that new ideas, new interests, because things are finally starting to gel and click for you, and you're like, yay, future, optimism. I want to think about, it's not like you're going to go charging out there ahead, because let's be honest, who is right now? But you're gearing up for it. This is you starting to look to the future because you're finally okay with some decisions that you've made. You made them anyway. You knew they had to be made, but you're finally feeling like, whew, okay, There's an exhale here. What else for Scorpio? Seek knowledge. All right. Well, when do you not? You're a Scorpio. Okay. So that's this then. That's that quiet contemplation this week. That's what that is. That's you being like, well, there's the Four of Cups. It's not that you're getting nostalgic and sliding back into your feelings. It's just that everything's gelling for you. It's making sense now. It's not like you're kind of making this decision because it's the best thing to do, but you're still reminiscent. You're still like, isn't there anymore. Now it's just you thinking about it, thinking about things. Oh, I did it already. Oh, well, okay then. Why not? What else for Scorpio? What's for Scorpio? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hanged Man. So this is letting go. That's the decision. The Six of Swords right here, the Hanged Man. Letting go. Things finally, you finally letting go of what you can't control. Accepting that you can't control it and realizing that you made the best decision because look what's waiting for you. We got you ready to take charge, thinking about how you're going to take charge of new opportunities. Even and with work, it's approaching your employer or talking to your employer about some changes, how you could do things differently. That's for Scorpio. Justice reverse, that's Libra, and 10 of Wands. We got the 10 of Wands here too. So this is restoring balance. This is things being out of balance, things being not right, and now they are. This is the first time in a while that you felt like things are finally realigning, re-stabilizing. It's a good week for like quiet internal like validation. And you still going through, I hate to say going through the motions because it sounds like, oh, well, yeah, you're still like just, whatever, I'm here. It's not that. It's just that you're still doing, it's like you want to keep this kind of quiet contentment or victory or this kind of quietness to yourself. And we all do that. You're not going to be bringing that up with your friendship group or circle this week. You just want to be out and among, or like when I say out, I mean like connecting and among. But you're not going to be talking about the things you normally talk about with your friends. There's privacy this week. Okay. All right. I like that because I feel like you finally feel okay about the decisions you've made. This is a relief. This is an exhale. Good for you. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Kind of a quiet week. Here. I hope this was helpful. I hope you, I wish you a good week. I'm glad it's calm for you and things are just stable. That's good. Watch out for those kids. It might get a bit hectic and a bit kind of chaotic if you've got the kids. Watch out for some issues with that, just as far as them needing a little bit of extra attention from you, because there could be some issues coming up with like needing to, nothing crazy, just needing to kind of handle some, this is like what, the third or fourth week of being in lockdown, and so it might get a bit challenging with the kids this week. Just be on the lookout for having to stay on top of it and be creative about that. This keeps jumping out at me. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I wish you a good week. Love and support to you, and you take care. Okay.